Well, here we are. This is Apostle Kerry Burns, and
Just
it's
Mama Kerry.
Yeah, Mama Kerry, which is what she really likes
yeah.
to be called, and she is a mama in the faith, and so we just want to just have a chat, and yeah, I wanted to, as part of why I was doing honour roll, and I just want to honour precious Kerry because she's established so much amazing work, orphanages and schools and Kenya and India. And so she's really going to just share her journey and whatever she feels to share. And so, yeah.
Here we go.
Yes.
Excuse me. Hello, people. Well, I'm very blessed I'll be 80 this year. And I was born again when I was 42. I had an encounter with God. Never read the Bible before. And during a lot of ups and downs, and he sent me to 17 nations altogether where I've prayed or ministered. And that includes Australia and Aboriginal communities, and seen God do many miracles, signs and wonders and healings. And I'm just amazed at what he's done. But what I want to encourage everybody is, I haven't any money of my own, and this is just to encourage you, don't wait till you've got money to go and do what God says. As you step out and walk on the water virtually, the finances will come in, because it's very true, what he calls you to do, that he will provide and the provision for it. So anyway, via visions, he sent me to India. I've been going there for over 30 years now, and I've got, he woke me up and asked me to build him an orphanage there, and to call it the Father's Heart Orphanage. And now we're on to our third lot of children. And the first lot, we've got 4 pastors that are ministering, planting churches, and helping the poor and the widows. And that's very exciting. And so I go over there every couple of years, every 2 years, the Lord sends me over. Also in 2005, he woke me up one night over there and asked me to start 2 free Bible training schools. Never done it before. So I said, okay, God, what with? I haven't got any money. So anyway, they've been going now, and we've now got 3 free Bible training schools for the poor in India. And they've been going now for 15 years. So that's pretty awesome. Because just because you're poor doesn't mean to say that, God doesn't want to equip you. And because I've been on the widow's pension for so long, and many things over in Australia, different conferences and things, and that I would have loved to have gone to, but couldn't because of finances. So anyway, that's the Father's heart of love for his children, and lack of money is not to be a problem. So hundreds, I don't know how many, every 2 years they're ordained and released into ministry. So that's pretty awesome, and we feed them 2 days a month in these 3 locations that we've started. So that's pretty awesome. And when I go over every couple of years, the children, past orphans, they bring their children and babies for me to bless and to cuddle. And so now I'm a great-grandmother
Wow.
to so many children over there. And I just love them to bits. And I'm their Nanama. So I'm known as Nanama Kerry and Mother Kerry in India. And then via visions, again, about 10 more years ago, he was giving me visions of me in Africa. And he sent me to Kenya and Tanzania for 3 months on my own, very scary, just stepping out and doing what he says, and it's not always easy. I just had a few contacts of 2 pastors over there, but because he said to go, I went, hanging on to him and praying, God, I hope you're going to look after me. I hope you do this. So he opened doors, and I did pastors' conferences and visited churches and went to lots of places. And during that time, he sent me to a little place called Kia, also Nakura slums, where we've started a school there. And there are 140 children altogether, has grown from just a few little underage children to 140, but unfortunately the government has closed us down just before coronavirus. And we've started another 2 schools in Tanzania and Kenya. And up until January this year, we were feeding and schooling over 500 children.
Oh, wow.
And we had over 26 teachers to pay. And unfortunately, because no church is supporting Africa or India really, that they're very underpaid. And but anyway, they've still been faithful and just praying and calling out on God and fasting and praying for God to bring in the finances. So that's pretty awesome. And now the government has come in and said because we're in the outback, they're wanting us to pull down and the mud huts that we had as classrooms. We're talking about very poor people out in the outback where the government wouldn't have helped them out at all. Mm-hmm. So we've built the mud huts as school classes, and this particular school has grown to 250 children. And under the overseer, our overseer is Pastor Alphys Abayo, and he's been with us for over 12 years. And he visits with all these churches. The Lord got me to start 5 churches in the early days from 2009, and they've grown to I don't know how many. It includes Uganda, Tanzania and Kenya. And a couple of years ago it was 27. So that's all multiplied and grown. And it's all the Lord. We cannot do anything, really.
That's right.
And it's so true. It's Christ in us who does the works. And this is even what Jesus said when he was on the earth. He said, if you don't believe, who I am, the Son of God, believe the works that I do, because it's the Father in me that does the works. So way back then, Jesus was giving credit to the power of his Father within him that was responsible for all the healings, the miracles, signs and wonders. And the same it is today in those believers in Jesus who believe it's Christ in us and he does the works and he supplies our needs. So just to be encouraged, very much indeed. And we are a registered non-profit charity in Brisbane, and we're in Tanzania and Kenya and India and Australia. So that's exciting. So we are really calling on for more help to come in, because I'm 80 this year, getting tired, and we are needing finances, which is what everybody is really needing. So they are all looking to God. They know very well, don't look to Mama Kerry because she hasn't got a razor.
Let me just say that Kerry is an amazing woman of faith, and she has seen God deliver us so many times. And it's a powerful testimony.
It is.
And that's why I'm so excited to hear from Kerry. And I just really sense that today we're just stepping out, and I just know that this is maybe a part 1 and we're going to do more parts, because there's so much more I want to find out.
So many stories.
And I want to hear at some point the story about you catching the trains in India, which would have been an amazing experience. And
riding rickshaw bikes, village to village.
Yes. So we might we might just go and ask some questions about some of the exploits she did in places that here's a woman that's forerun some amazing things, and so. This is exciting, and it's such a pleasure to spend this time with Kerry, and I believe this is part 1 of a few more parts.
Won't
so
that be
bless you.
nice?
Yeah.
So, see you in heaven,
Yeah,
if not
yeah.
before.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for listening.